Yo, what's up, guys? Got a match against Florian. Gonna be bringing in the Florian package. Went up against Florian. Our deck kind of looks like this. The main importances of our deck is the Imperial Seal and the sigils to help keep us alive. Same with the shelters. And then we're actually running no arcane barrier in this matchup. And I find that to be very effective. So we'll see how it treats us this match. Our opponent's taking a bit of time here for the first turn, but we'll see how that goes. So importantly here, I think it's actually okay to block with our Hunt's End. We don't actually need it in this turn, and we already have a nice pitch card, so we don't need to block with that either. We're hoping to find something maybe a little bit more useful to our hand. Alright, well, I think we can just try and hit with this Sworn Vengeance here. Maybe set up our Saver in the arsenal, if possible. We could have played Saver on top of this, I just don't find it to be very useful, quite honestly. Honestly, I kind of like just letting this hit. That was our whole point for the turn anyway. And so, like, now we set ourselves up very nicely. Unfortunately he has a CNC, but we're not too bothered by it. We just kind of crown it out. This is a very interesting turn. So, I think it's safe just to pitch Blistering first. I mean, we have literally all 3 copies of the most modal card in our deck right now. So, we'll see how this goes. So he blocks here. We're gonna choose Mark, but on the second dagger. We're actually gonna pitch the second Long Whisker here. We're probably gonna Arsenal the last Long Whisker. We're just gonna play Affirm. There's a small chance here that if he has a 4-block D-React, I might play for the pump. But since he doesn't have it here, I actually feel really comfortable about this. We'll just close the chain. And then we'll move to Arsenal. Oh, this is a very nice turn here. Hmm. So, admittedly, we don't really want him to be taking our fealty here. So we'll block this out. We're just gonna savor bloodshed, see what he does. No matter what he does, we will have availability to play a mode of Long Whisker. I think we'll just play on hit mark. Try and make it so he doesn't want to use the defense reaction. See, because now he's using the defense reaction anyway. And so we can actually just like put the mark on the other dagger. In person, technically that wouldn't happen. They'd let your Long Whisker resolve first. In which case, you can just always safely put it on the second dagger anyway. Because now you're making them decide whether or not this dagger or this dagger is more important to them. And it's very useful. So we're still not online yet, but we're like right there. So I'm not too worried. This is unfortunate that he's playing a Summer's Fall. However, they just recently fixed it on Talishar, where you can do it in person, where you break your fealty, and then the Summer's Fall fails to resolve. We're actually gonna pitch the Relentless here. Or I meant block with the Relentless. We want to be pitching the Sun's End. We already blocked with one. And we don't love having that happen to us. If he says no blocks. Okay, so he does say blocks. We're going to lose this fealty anyway, so we might as well use the Scar Tissue with it. I think this is a great showcase of like, if we can pull it out this game. I mean, we have been severely set back, so I think this would be a great showcase of how we can be good into Florian. Below on life, I'm gonna place at the beginning of my turn anyway, so it's like not that big of a deal to just use it. I think we're probably just, like, I could use Tunic for Obsidian Fire Vein here, but I think I'd rather save Tunic for a turn that I'm guaranteed to turn online, and since that's not this turn, we're just not going to do it. We're just going to play our Pledge Fealty and then pass back. Try and just grind out these fealties. That was only our first pledge anyway, so we're feeling pretty comfortable. So he's kind of annoying us here by consistently just like destroying our fealty. He has like every fealty or every aura destruction in the book basically. So we're gonna keep pitching our Hunt's Ends to the bottom, setting up a power turn. We have Mark here. We have on hit Mark here into for the Drakai. No matter what he does here, we're feeling pretty good. However, we would prefer if this attack did hit, because obviously that's just +1 fealty for us. Luckily, he only has 4 cards right now that he can decompose to. So he won't be able to decompose like immediately. But he is going to be able to stop this, which is frustrating. However, we do have the For the Drakai to help us smooth things out. We still haven't needed to use our tunic yet. We're just saving it for a turn where we really want it. Right now he's playing Infinite D-React Simulator. I'm sure by some stroke of genius he has more cards that we don't want to see. So this turn actually sucks a lot, kind of. I think we're gonna put Relentless on the bottom and just take 8 here. We really want to keep Imperial Seal, and like we don't mind playing Saver into Fire Vein. I mean, we were going to have to use a fealty on this turn regardless of what we did. So, on the off chance that he only blocks for however much, we can, like if he doesn't block for a full 5 here, we can try and gotcha him. Okay, so he blocks for 6 anyway, so not much we were going to be able to do about that. Part of the downsides of him getting online so quick. He's like, what the? He's trying to figure out right now what Imperial Seal is and if he cares about it. So now we're kind of on the clock, which is like fine. I'm not too worried. We're gonna be pitching Fire and Brimstone, keeping it next to all of our other power cards. We have Tooth of the Dragon here. There's like no way he's gonna let this hit. So we feel pretty good about going Tooth into For the Drakai. He's like almost running out of armor too. He's played 2 Sink Belows and 3 of his root bounds. He's already done 2 of his fellings, which he can get 1 back with Plume. We're like in an okay position here, because as soon as he stops just full blocking and lets us turn online, we feel very comfortable. So he probably has some kind of fealty hate here if he's letting us turn on for free. Luckily we draw into Pledge Fealty anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We can turn on forcibly if we'd like to. So we do have to break a fealty here, unfortunately. So like Shelter is going to be worth more value on defense here since it's coming in for 4, so we'll just do that. So on our turn, we're just gonna pop a fealty or pop pledge to just turn online. That's our second pledge, so we're feeling okay. We're just gonna play a Scar Tissue, try and turn on our Hunt to the Ends of Wraith here. We're gonna Arsenal it. Hope that he doesn't have insane Arsenal hate. And then kind of get ready for what we hope to be a possible power turn here. Playing a Runic Reclamation. I kind of wanted to keep this Perforate, but fortunately it's a 3 block along with the Shelter, so we get to keep our Tunic and block this out, and it'll be our first turn online. We're feeling really good here. It was like the first turn he wasn't able to keep us offline. We know that at some point we have a pretty powerful pitch deck coming through. Luckily now we're past the point of no return almost, where we're just gonna be like grinding out fealty this turn, hoping to stop him in his tracks of stopping me. And actually, normally I would say always Arsenal the last E-React, however, this is to keep him marked. We know that we have things coming up where we really enjoy keeping him marked at the end of turn. So, like, he's kind of committed to just taking damage here, and we are perfectly fine with that. He's committed to maybe trying to aggro us down now, using the channel here, which I don't know if it's the correct play or not, but he's going to get a lot of arcane damage coming through here. But we actually don't really care, to be quite honest. At this point, we're playing an aggro plan anyway. Like, he's already committed to just, like, doing what he does anyway, so we're feeling really good here. We're probably just going to keep the Sworn Vengeance. We have the extra fealty if we need it, but because what, we're going to be on 6 by the end of this turn anyway, so luckily we have Tunic and Perforate and Dragon Scalers. Like, we basically have every trick in the book at this point. He'll probably block this Dagger Swing which is going to get us really nice value off of Perforate. Yep. Just like using his boots preemptively here. We'll Tunic. Fealty. Perforate. Hoping to draw a reaction. We actually draw something better than a reaction, so that's really important. This is like the best thing we could have drawn, because now we're like forcing him to play this turn face up. We could have broke Chain there to Imperial Seal, but since we have Flight Path Scalers online, we probably want to keep him, or keep the Chain Links up. Again, if he puts anything on this chain here, we're just gonna Flight Path Scalers, make him do it again. I do think we're still gonna put the chain down because we do really want this extra swing. It also makes this one more scary, so he'll probably block. Nice, he blocks, it's fine. He does block in a favorable fashion for himself. And we really do want to push damage here. So we're actually just gonna swing this in for a bunch. Again, we could break Imperial Seal there, but I would just much rather do it on a turn where I know for certain that he's going to be needing his D-Reacts. And I mean, even though he does have it there, it's like, we can't be risky like that. Because if he just has like a non-attack action on the turn where he pops his chess piece, it's like, then we feel really stupid. So we're going to use Hunt to the Ends of Wraith here. It's just a nice chain starter. Takes a card from him. Nice, we're gonna pop another Fealty. Gonna Blade Flurry. At this point, he's so low on life that it no longer matters if he has Fealty Destruction, because we literally just are always going to be presenting lethal. Nice. We put him down to 1. I'm actually just going to discard the Shelter. I'd rather it not clog our arsenal if we needed to. And yeah, now we're just going to play a really nice game plan of just bully him until he loses. Again, we're going to force him to put a D-React on this if he doesn't want to lose. So he's choosing the ability, which is probably correct in this case. We're going to show him the Blaze Headlong, and then we're going to show him the Fire Vein. And he's going to have to put a card on this regardless. Luckily for him, he does survive. However, it doesn't matter because you guys have to remember that we have our Hunt's End, Fire and Brimstone turn coming up. And unfortunately for him, we're not even going to get there. This is going to be the turn that ends it. He no longer has defense reactions. Everything is face up. and it's just game over. If he overblocks the first dagger, we hit him with provoke. And then like overblocks first dagger because he's no longer allowed to play defense reactions. We hit him with provoke. He blocks it out. We make a fealty. Even if he has anything else here, we just go March, Blaze, and we end the game. Let's see, what was in his arsenal? Channel. Like, in low-key, like, we still have, like, one more turn, then we have and then we just draw into our Hunts and Fire and Brimstone at the end of the game, and we just, like, destroy him. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna replay him. I'm going to maybe post that one as well, so, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that.